touching song, one of his last songs.
Wow.
Oh wow,
So,
okay.
We'll check it out.
Try
for
listening
sure.
to it.
So, okay, if we can
Interesting.
just get Mrs. Shanmugaratnam to move closer to your husband.
Okay.
So
Just
we can
a
get
bit.
both of you on camera. You'll
Do I
see
tilt
yourself
this
there.
up a bit or not?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you can.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you
Alright.
can put the headphones on if you'd like.
If you
because
like.
Yeah,
then
no
you
need.
can-
No
No,
need.
no
Yeah,
headphones.
okay,
Okay, no
Cool.
need. Okay,
I'll
great.
keep it close enough so you
All right.
keep very
Perfect.
close.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, have it close, okay?
You guys
Okay.
can see yourself over here.
Yeah, we're already
Oh,
live on
okay.
Facebook, so you can say hello to everybody.
okay.
This is the final song that we're playing on air right now, so whoever's
Okay.
listening to the radio is hearing one song that's playing. So we'll go on air in a while. But in
Yeah.
the meantime, we can have a chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but did you get the two songs that we gave you?
Yes, we did. We
yes,
did.
yes.
Great songs, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to be
Yes,
playing
yes,
that in
yeah.
a while. Yeah.
Yes.
And the Beyond song, Halo.
Beyonce.
One reason why we chose it, and when she visited Singapore,
Right.
she went to NUH.
Yes, I saw that video. Yeah,
And
it went.
it was
children.
totally spontaneous and live.
Right.
And you know what was the musical accompaniment?
Here.
And it was
Just
one of the
clicking
best
fingers.
versions.
Yeah.
Clicking, and everyone started clicking, and she sang.
Oh,
she
wow.
sang beautifully. So she's a real talent.
Yeah.
But she's also different. She's not just a performer.
Yeah.
She's got
So-
compassion for people.
Yeah.
Very
And real
interesting.
talent. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
FD, you had a question about food.
Yes,
earlier.
I love getting to know people, and
Right.
important question:
Yeah.
Are you Hokkien mee or Char Kway Teow?
Easily char kway teow.
There you go.
Okay.
And char kway teow with only the kway teow type of noodle. You know, sometimes they mix
mix
it up.
it, yeah.
They mix
Yeah.
it
I
a
don't
yellow
like the
noodle.
mix at all.
Yeah.
Right? Pure char kway teow, no siham.
Really?
Preferably extra bean sprouts, tauge.
Oh, wow, so
okay.
specific.
The tauge
The
really adds something. Texture.
yeah. The crunch.
Texture.
So you literally go to a hawker stall and you'll say just the kway teow, more tauge,
Exactly.
and no siham.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite
And
a
it
long
goes back a
list.
long way. From the time I was a young boy, I used to watch in detail how they made the char kway teow.
Wow.
Oh, we've got to talk about this when we
Okay.
go on it.
Okay, we're about to go on air. Traffic update first from FD.
Okay.
Can I solve these?
Kiss 92 traffic.
We've got the usual delays across the expressways. The SLE towards the CTE, an accident before Woodlands Avenue 12 exit, congestion to the BKE. What else do we have for you this morning? ECP towards the city, an accident after Fort Road exit, congestion is to East Coast Park Car Park F3 exit. Please stay within the speed limit, have everyone buckled up, be safe as you drive today.
You're listening to The Big Show with Angel, Daphne, and the Flying Dutchman, and we're so honored to have in the studio today presidential hopeful Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam and his wife. Mrs. Tharman, thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Morning. I had nothing to do with the traffic jams.
Nothing, right? No.
Just around the Toa Payoh area,
Promise me.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even think that.
No, I suspected you were getting to something. But,
Oh, he was about to.
Yeah, I was heading there.
Okay. Let's get to know the both of you. First question. You know what? I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Tharman.
All right.
What is Mr. Tharman like at home? And please let loose.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We want all the
Really?
secrets.
Well, one of the recurring slogans and very important slogans of his in this campaign is what you see is what you get. So what do we see? We see a football crazed person. Nice. You know the saying, all roads lead to Rome?
Yes.
Well, all conversations with my husband
Lead to football.
Lead to sports. Lead to sports.
and recently also to athletics, you know. So it's quite terrifying for me at home because I'm no expert, and every single one of them is really sort of living on the tracks
No,
as
with
things
our
happen.
kids, with our
With
kids.
your kids, yeah.
Yeah, so I sort of have to commit to memory, like, you know,
The
Florence
rules.
Griffith Joyner's record for 200 meters is 21.34 because Shanti Pereira's is 22.57.
Yes, 157. Yes.
So it's perpetual exams for me.
Wow. Keeps you on your toes, though, right?
Much on my toes and sleepless nights and a lot of study.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, what a discussion it must be at home.
It must be
No, but it's
absolutely
lovely
amazing.
because we just keep exchanging videos. and
Endlessly.
commiserating.
Just videos. So do you send memes to your friends?
Not memes.
No
I'm
memes?
not a meme person.
So that's your family chat. It's all like
All
sports.
All
It's
sports.
all sports.
It's all sports and each individual athlete, like in Ashanti, she's so lucky. She's got her sister who had the record before her, and all this kind of really fine detail.
I can tell you've been doing your homework. You just studied the night before.
Valerie, I must remember those names.
It's unbelievable.
But let's give it to Shanti.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
our
Shanti.
superstar right
Absolutely.
In
now.
just
yeah.
8-9 months, what she's done is just remarkable.
Absolutely.
And
She's now
so
going to be in the
humble
Paris
as
Olympics.
well.
So humble.
Yeah.
You're right.
Absolutely.
And she's not even the same physique as these top Jamaicans and Americans.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, we do have questions from Prashant. Which EPL team do you support?
Okay,
Wait, Mrs.
so-
Tharman
3
will-
hours.
3
No, very simple, very simple.
We need to extend the talks.
Early in life, I realized that I wasn't doing very well in supporting the right team because the team I supported just ended up doing worse and worse and worse and even fell off the Premier League.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It was Leeds in those days.
Oh, Leeds
Okay.
United.
And
Okay.
I
Okay.
chose it at that time. He will remember.
Yeah.
Because Jackie Charlton was there, brother
Yeah,
of Bobby
okay. Yeah,
Charlton.
yeah,
and he was
yeah,
very
yeah.
good, and there are two other good players, but they just didn't do well, and they just fell off the tracks.
Okay.
So I decided instead that I like teams with a nice combination of players, never mind about the team. So the reason I like Liverpool is I'm not a Liverpool craze.
okay.
Our boss
I'm
is
not a
very
Liverpool-
happy.
We've got arms up in the
So I'm
studio.
not a Liverpool craze fan, but
But-
I just think Mohamed Salah is brilliant.
Yes.
And when Sadio Mane was there, it was such a combination.
Yes.
We've now got Virgil van Dijk.
Van
Yes,
Dijk,
Van
yeah.
Dijk, yeah.
Dijk. Yeah, Dutchman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But Mohamed Salah, I put him in a class of his own, together with Messi, together with I guess
Ronaldo?
No,
No? Not even?
there's a
Beckham.
commonality here that they're all short. Okay. Serious. George Best.
Oh, George
Best.
Best.
You
Okay,
will
yeah.
remember.
Yes.
And of course Maradona, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're all short. All of them had this unusual knack of running at top speed with the ball beside their foot.
Right.
Yes.
That's
And
the lower
from
center of
left
gravity.
to right, lower center of, you know it.
Yes.
It's-
Just because I'm short.
Coming
it's like
from
that.
someone
No, so and they're just brilliant players, right?
Yeah.
Salah still is a lot ahead of him. So they're unusual, they're wily, but they've just got that incredible ability to keep the ball beside their foot at top speed.
I just love that for the last 5 minutes, this has become a sports podcast.
Yeah, and that's what Mrs.
Well, we
Tharman
could carry
said.
on
She,
then.
she did
Yeah,
warn us.
And now I understand what goes on at home.
Okay. All right, we're going to head back to the music and go back on the Big Show TV. If you want to join us in this conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Tharman, Shanmugaratnam, join us on the Big Show TV on our Facebook and YouTube channels, Kiss 92 FM. But we're going to play your first choice of song, Mr. Tharman. It is Beyonce's Halo. Tell us why you chose this song.
This is the one that she sang at the hospital, right?
Right.
Tell us
Yeah.
why you chose this song.
First, it's a beautiful song. It's nice to listen to. She's an amazing talent.
Yeah.
And we remember very much. In fact, my wife sent me the video of when she visited Singapore, went to NUH. There was a crowd there. And then spontaneously for the crowd, she decided to sing the song.
Yeah.
And she accompanied it with just the click of her fingers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like that. And the whole crowd started clicking fingers. And she sang it so beautifully. But you knew that she was someone who wasn't just a singer.
Compassionate person, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful choice. Here's Beyonce with Halo. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
Yeah, it is. And I remember that video, too.
You know,
Vividly.
yeah, it was a
online.
good one. So
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. You have this bag.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Your bag
yes.
it's quite a famous bag
Quite a
now
famous bag.
since
Yeah.
it's made its debut on
Wait,
social
is it
media.
here?
Right. It isn't
Did you
here.
bring the? Oh, you didn't bring the bag. The bag is sad.
Yeah. Well, they would have had to check it before I brought it in, I think. So
This is
Oh,
true.
right,
yeah.
right,
right.
We'd have to look through the bag.
yeah. Well, also the smells.
yes. So
Yeah,
so
let's get to those smells.
What's special about the bag and the smells?
The bag has been with you for what? Close to 30
30
years.
years,
Close to
30
30 years. It goes
Yeah.
everywhere with
Everywhere
you.
in the
You
world,
know,
yeah.
everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Travels with you to conferences, is
Yeah.
here with you to the office, wherever you may go. But it smells.
Not always.
Okay.
So
You wash it every
no,
now
what
and then?
happens is that whenever I've left it there for a couple of days, and I've been away or something like that, and I come back, I find that one of our 3 cats has urinated in it.
Oh no!
And they just like the texture of the bag, you see.
Okay.
It's got a rough surface.
Yeah.
And it's got compartments. And they're very particular. Cats are quite particular. They don't like urinating anywhere, right? They like compartments. They think they've hidden their stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we can do
And
that.
I come back, and the moment I enter my room, I know something's a little off. And now I know where to find it. And you have to wash it. You have to sun it.
Of course.
For a
Yeah.
whole day.
Very potent, right?
Very potent. And I remember when I was a finance minister,
Right.
I used to use that bag every day in Parliament because it was
my
very commodious.
goodness.
I could keep all my files.
Right.
And I was just scared to death that one day I'll be walking into Parliament
With
with
a
a
cat.
bag stinking of
Cat.
cat urine.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to get him a similar bag?
No, that's what I was thinking. I've done some research. You know, a decoy bag maybe.
Yeah.
He has been given many bags, but he loves only one bag.
So
No,
you're.
but give the decoy bag to the cats.
Oh,
perhaps.
clever.
No, they're very particular.
Oh, they are.
They
Know
like
their style.
texture.
They know.
Yeah,
They
I
like
know.
texture.
I actually did my research about how you could, get rid of the cats doing that. And apparently putting treats on your bag for the cats to eat off will prevent them from doing that
because they
because they
don't-
won't pee and eat in the same
In
place.
exactly the
All
same
right.
spot.
I mean, you
It's an
could try it.
interesting point.
You could try it, unless you just
Interesting point.
want them to keep going into your bag. Then you know.
I can't help but think that the bag is like your turtleneck. You know, like Steve Jobs had the turtleneck, and you just have like a
It's your
consistent
signature bag.
You know, don't have to think about it. Just never lose things. It's always in there.
Anyway, this bag might well last forever because it's made from one of these synthetic materials.
Yeah.
Right.
Victorinox.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's
Victorinox.
just so
Yeah.
hardy.
Yeah.
So hardy.
We all have something that we can't get rid of.
You say it with such disdain.
So, Mr. Tharman, let's get to know you a little bit better. Who inspired you growing up, and who inspires you now?
Well, I guess I was inspired by my father simply because he was just so amazingly dedicated to his work, which he loved. He was a medical scientist, what you call an oncologist, and he spent his entire life in the public sector.
Yeah.
Refused to move to the private sector,
Wow.
and he spent all of something like 70 years working in the public sector.
Wow.
May well have been the longest serving person in the public service.
Yeah.
Public service including the hospitals.
Wow.
So he used to go in on Sundays as well, Saturday, Sundays, for decades, until finally his much younger boss
Told him not
someone
to
he had
come
trained
in.
told him that, by the way, people don't turn up on Saturdays and Sundays.
But it's a testament to how much he loved what he was
He
doing.
just loved what he was doing. And you just know it because it's just there silently as you grow up.
And he was a pioneer in cancer research.
Yes, yeah.
Did he ever want you to become a doctor?
No, he had the great gift in life I had is that my parents put zero pressure on me.
Wow.
Literally zero
Oh, okay.
pressure. And I remember venturing into his room and looking at the books and so on. And I opened those medical books and I said, "Look, I can never do this.
Not for me.
There's too much to read,
Yeah.
too much to remember." And at that age, I just didn't like studying.
Yeah.
Right?
Like-
There's
like
no
all of
way
us.
I could have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a favorite spot in Singapore, a favorite place?
Oh, easily. Taman Jurong Hawker Centre and a particular table.
Oh,
wow.
Table 184 at
Whoa.
Taman Jurong Hawker Centre.
Okay.
And people know where to find me. I'm there on weekends.
Do they keep it open for
No,
you?
no, they don't.
Is there a reserve
It's
side?
called the Taman. The Taman
Taman
table. It's
table.
right there.
No,
They fit on it.
but people know where to find me because people don't take that long to eat. So
Yeah.
even if someone's occupying it,
Yeah.
you know that
Yeah,
okay,
that's
once they're down to their drinks, you just hang around. They'll be off in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
And what is your food when you're at the hawker center?
Well, I like a range. Taman Jurong Soccer Centre has some of the best bak chor mee.
Oh,
Okay.
In fact, there
Okay.
are 3 very good stalls. Okay, really good stalls. It's got very good Indian and Muslim food as well. The whole range: nasi lemak, prata, everything. Biryani. It's got very good fish soup. It's got the whole range. But the reason I like it is it's not a famous hawker center.
It's just
it's
your
not
hawker
ultra
center, the
crowded.
one that you
It's
go to.
yours.
It's ours. We like the stall holders, and you like hawker centers where you know the stall holders.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
different.
family
Yeah.
almost,
It's
you know?
different.
Yes.
Where everyone knows your name.
Cheers.
Cheers,
as well. Yeah, and maybe tampa sikit.
a little bit extra.
Yeah, why wouldn't
Okay,
they?
we're gonna go back on air. Niall Horan there with Nice to Meet You on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. It's Angel Daphne and the Flying Dutchman with our two very special guests in the studio, Mr. and Mrs. Tharman Shanmugaratnam. And we've been chatting on Facebook TV. But Mrs. Tharman, I want to ask you something. What is something about Mr. Tharman that only you and your family know? And we want something that has not been out on social media. A little bit of a secret.
us a scoop.
Does he wear shorts? Does he wear like a little singlet at home? Like, how does he read his papers? You know, I mean, something that nobody else knows.
Okay, well, I'll give you a picture
Okay.
Oh, okay.
of sort of domestic perfection.
Oh.
He wears a singlet which has holes in it
Okay.
so that it's cool. He almost always wears a sarong,
Okay.
and he loves to multitask. That means he needs to work, but he likes to stand and exercise at the same time.
Also, do you have an ergonomic
So
desk?
we went through
Oh,
several stages of his experimentation because it's not that easy to wear a sarong and to walk and to work on sort of difficult stuff.
Angel is
Very
listening.
easy.
Does he
It's
roll
very
it up?
easy.
Yes, sometimes. So
love
you
it.
get you
Easy.
get the whole update syndrome at home.
Hey, this is local at its best, okay? That's the
And
real
so
deal.
This is your scoop. So
Yeah.
then it doesn't always work because sometimes he trips, of course. So
Oh my gosh, we need a video on
then
this.
he moved to a high table with a very high chair.
Okay.
And for me, because when we're at home, I don't have to keep looking up at him because usually he's sitting down.
Yeah.
But when he started this kind of work, I had to sort of have the usual looking up at him. And honestly, at home for me, I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland when she took that drink me
You're
potion.
going bigger and smaller.
Because his chair is really high and his desk is really high, but that's not the end of it. The end of it is the three cats he talked about.
Yeah.
They love to be near him when he's working.
Oh my
Yeah, all
god.
that old singlet
The
and all that,
holes
they
and-
love to rub against it.
Perforated
So
shirt.
They actually sit on his laptop,
Because it's warm.
Warm.
Right, okay.
Warm.
but
Okay.
because his desk is so high, to jump up, usually you hear a lovely loud crash and all the papers are on the floor.
Oh wait, this is what a picture this is. Surely you must have a photo of it.
You need to
Well,
open
Happens so
secret
often
camera.
that it's not
Right.
a special moment.
So you could take one today.
I'll try.
But for the record, the one thing the cats don't do is they don't urinate on my papers.
Oh, that's good.
So they've been
Is
trained
it-
to do that.
You put
Yeah.
treats on the table, maybe.
No, I think they just respect the official Secrets Act.
Nice.
It's like an island that moves though because it's gotten higher and lower, right?
Yes.
So maybe that's why
I
they're
keep
like
it at a
sacred
fixed
space.
height. No, I keep it at a pretty high height.
Okay.
So
Thank you
secret
for
to
that.
success,
Thank you for that.
changing the height of your table and chair.
I mean, we are surrounded by Straits Times, so in case that
Right.
comes out in the papers tomorrow,
Yeah.
don't blame us.
Yeah, we can send. So the other thing I want to talk about is your pineapple. As you see, we've got them in the
Yes,
studio as
we,
well.
we always have them.
We try to decorate depending on our guests. Do you actually eat pineapple?
Oh yeah, lovely. We have it every day.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
It's actually, I mean, we're so blessed to be in the tropics. And from years ago, I used to tell people here and abroad that one of the greatest things about the tropics are our fruits.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Firstly, they're tasty and they're nutritious.
Right.
Most things in life that are nutritious are not very tasty.
Yeah.
Right.
This is true.
It's so
But
true.
tropical fruits are so nutritious and they're so tasty.
So, question with the pineapple: do you eat it with salt or without salt?
Just plain.
Plain.
Just
you don't
plain.
use the salt.
Okay.
And
Mine has no salt.
not too ripe because it gets too sweet.
Too sweet,
Not
yeah.
too unripe because it's a bit too sour.
Okay.
And from which country is your favorite pineapple?
I've got no strong view on that, but I'll tell you something really interesting. While I was walking around Lau Pa Sat the other day, a couple of young government officials
Yes.
had come back the previous day from Assam in India.
Okay.
That's in the northeast
Yeah.
of India, right? And they had brought pineapples. So when they heard us in Lau Pa Sat, they rushed back to the office and came with this beautiful pineapple. And it was different. You know, a normal pineapple has the leaves that are at the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
the leaves
great.
at the top
Visual
normally
example.
are
Right.
hard and spiky.
Yes.
Now, the Assam pineapple has these lush, soft leaves. They're long leaves and they're soft. So it's a totally different appearance.
Okay.
Right.
Plus, it happens to be very sweet. It's much sweeter than normal pineapples.
Wow.
So they brought it to Singapore hoping that they'd interest some local companies in importing it from India.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we don't yet get our pineapples from
From
us.
Not yet, but
Right.
it,
Okay.
it looked interesting.
We need
Okay.
to
They
sign an
sacrifice-
MOU on this.
Absolutely.
They sacrificed their pitch for you. You know, they were like, never mind this. Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam is nearby.
I do have one more very important pineapple question. I'm sure you've been asked this question before. Assuming you become president,
Right.
will you be rolling the pineapple into the Istana before you enter?
Well, in the Constitution, the president does not have a discretionary power to roll pineapples into the Istana.
Oh, wow.
He has to act on the advice of cabinet.
Oh,
So I don't have discretionary power.
but you could, football it in, and no one would see.
Well, I will
Shins
find
up.
ways of
Knees
being
up.
creative.
You can at least roll one of these.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Or a football painted like a pineapple.
There
I'm
you
trying
go.
to combine your passions here.
Great idea.
Okay, sir, we have another song that's picked by you. I mean, these guys are going to be coming to Singapore at the end of January. This is Coldplay with Fix You, but why did you pick this one?
Fix it. Fix you.
Fix
Fix
you.
you. Fix you.
I love
Fix you.
this
Yeah,
song.
Fix You. Why
Nice.
the choice?
Nice meaning. When you're down. I'll
Did you
help
know what
fix
the song's really about?
So this song was introduced to me by my kids. I knew Yellow,
Okay.
right? I liked Yellow. And my kids told me, no, Fix It is the song.
Fix you, yeah.
Fix You.
Fix
Fix
You.
You is the song.
It is.
It's got nice lyrics. When you're down, when you're broken, I'll help fix you.
But the song is actually he wrote for his wife at the time. She just lost her father. And he didn't know any other way to help her than to write this song and saying that I'm here to support you, whether I can say it or not. And I think that makes the song even more meaningful because
It
it was
is.
for a situation where someone he loved so much. And I think all of us can relate to that.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
And
Nice,
it's
nicely
also
done.
nice to listen to.
Yes,
It is a
beautiful
great
song.
track. So here it is, Coldplay with Fix You.
When you try your best, but you don't.
So we have Glenn Ong that was not able to come into the studio this
Today,
morning because
yeah.
he's on leave,
Yeah.
But he did want to say hello and send a picture through, and
Oh, no.
and he wanted you to know that this would have been what he would have worn if he had come in. So we're gonna flash that picture when our producers get it up. And yeah, it's in dedication to you, obviously.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah.
But there has to be some twist to this.
Yes,
And you know what?
it's-
If do you play golf?
I used to a long time ago.
Okay, so he's a massive golf fan, and I think he would have asked this if he had come in. The Istana has a 7-hole golf course. He's wondering if you would ever consider putting two
Adding
extra
two more.
holes in there,
Make it
so
a
it would
9.
be a 9-hole golf course.
Well, again, the president does not have the discretionary power. Does not have the discretionary power to add 2 more holes. To the
I love this. I plead the fifth.
I'm following the Constitution.
He knows the rules. That's
course.
what's important. That's what's
You need to
important.
start with the rules.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I gotta say, also, we're getting a lot of hello and
Yeah.
and
Good
there's
mornings.
good mornings to the both
lot
of
of
you on
greetings.
Facebook.
And I
Thank
suppose
you.
this would be a question that everybody would have on their mind. What kind of president will you be if you become a president?
I'll be the same person I always was. The same person who just enjoys interacting with people and enjoys making it possible for people to uplift themselves. That's the greatest joy when someone else uplifts themselves because you've just done something to open up an opportunity or a chance. People just need the chance, second chance, third chance, sometimes a fourth chance. And it's just the most meaningful part of being in public life. Being on the ground, knowing people well, not touch and go, not hello, but hey, how's it going? And what's happened to your daughter now?
Yeah.
Is she doing well in her sport? Did she make it into ITE? how's things going.
So
Yeah.
really
A
getting
caring.
personal and knowing everybody's
Yeah.
family, their names, their faces.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a reputation that Singapore presidents do have from overseas. I was doing an event once, and I met a gentleman from China who went to a Istana open house and broke down
Wow.
because the president said, "Would you like to take a picture with me?" And he went, "In my country, that would never happen."
Wow.
And your president came to me
To ask that.
to ask.
Right.
And he just broke down. He says,
Right.
if only all presidents could be like this, they would have so much, such a better connection with the people that they serve,
Right.
Yeah.
which I think is so important.
Well, it was an important precedent in his life.
Oh, we see what you did there.
sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. We love a president that jokes, or a president to be that jokes. We're gonna put the picture up of Glenn. There you
Yes,
go.
there you go.
And you can't quite see what's on his shirt, but they're all
pineapple.
pineapples.
I can see.
They're all
Multicolored
pineapples.
I can see. Well, it's amazing how people all over town have suddenly found T-shirts
Wardrobes.
and shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I was
You've
walking in
inspired
Sengkang.
us.
I was walking in Sengkang last night, and someone came to me with a bag full of T-shirts he had just designed.
with pineapples.
Not just pineapple, but it also had
Respect.
for all, which is my
Right, yes,
my
yes.
slogan, so to
Slogan.
speak.
Yes, yes.
Nice,
And
nice.
so
Brilliant.
fast, just like that.
Just like
It's
that,
brilliant.
yeah. I mean, nowadays things turn around very quickly. Okay, we have just one more question. If there's one thing that you can say to anyone that's watching right now, what would it be?
Well, there's a person who I've always thought was one of the great people who lived in the last century, Rabindranath Tagore. He was a poet, a writer, an artist, and a social reformer. It's an unusual person. I guess you'd call him a Renaissance man in his time.
Renaissance person.
And he said something once. He said many things, but he said something once that stuck with me. He said, "I slept and dreamt that life was a joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy." And it stuck with me because it is so true.
It is very true.
If that's your passion and you want to do it, in the heart of who you are. So that's beautiful.
That is
Yeah.
a fabulous quote. Didn't we name some roads after him as well?
Yes, there is a
Yeah,
Tagore
right. There's a
lane.
Tagore. Yeah, there's a Tagore lane.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
right.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Tharman, for coming
Wonderful
in,
to be with you.
spending your morning with us. We have. Oh yes, wait. Before we forget, because we've heard that you are a fan of Pilot pens, and we heard that you only use black. We decided to get you a different color. So we thought going with blue might be something you want to do.
That's going to
Alright.
be really challenging for him.
To change to blue. We also
No,
hear
this is good.
It is good. Yeah, change
This
is
is
good.
good.
Yeah, change is
He's
good.
trying it out now.
Trying
It's
it out.
good.
We hope it works.
I do.
We also hear that you like notebooks, although these are a little big to put in your pocket.
No, I
but
have
you
some
can-
shirts with large pockets.
Okay, good. There you
That's
go.
a very large pocket
And
you're
then,
going to
and
need.
then
Let's do
we've got
this.
the pink one for you, and then
Fantastic.
Mrs. Tharman, we
Please
haven't
do.
forgotten about you as well. We've got these
Very
notebooks.
kind of you.
Fantastic.
There
Awesome.
you go.
you.
There you go. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us,
Wonderful.
and all the
Thank you.
best. All the
Thank
best.
you
very
Yes,
much.
thank
It's been
you.
really
Great.
fun.
Thank
Great.
Thank you.
And then we can say goodbye to everybody that's
Bye,
watching.
everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.